Hi everybody, my name is Asandobia. Today I'm going to talk about performance review or performance assessment. This topic is talking about how to assess your staffs or you as a leader, how you can assess your team in terms of any organization or your friendships or any areas of life, how you can assess people that are with you. Yeah. In the aim and objective of this one is number one, to define what is performance review or assessment are. Then two, to outline how to gather information for your performance review or assessment. Then three is to explain how to prepare for and conduct a performance review. Then four is to get a negative reaction. If you get a negative reaction, how you can deal with it. Yeah. I'm going to talk about 2 steps. Getting the best out of your staffs, how you can do your performance review. Clearly outline. Number one, you have to clearly outline what you expected from your staffs, the responsibility. That is the orientation. You have to clearly let them know what their duty and responsibility in terms of any organizations or any business place or any governmental places. So they should have their SOPs, which is the standard operation. Yeah. Then number 2, you have to look for a key quality in your staffs. What are the key qualities you have to look for them? You have to look for them, like, let's say, the commitment, the fear, the courtesiness of them, then the team play, then you're looking at their approach and effectiveness. You look at their tactics or tactful, or you look at their hospitality, you look at their inquisitive, and you look at their trustworthiness, then you look at their alert or honest, then their cooperation towards others, their teamwork also, in terms of assessing them in the performance review or assessment. Basically, what is a performance review or assessment? This is the process which which the manager or the leader examine and evaluate an employee working behavior by comparing it with the preset standards, and also making documentation of these results, records of this comparison, using the result to provide a feedback to the employee to show where improvement is needed to do. For example, this is trying to say that you have to, when you are assessing your friendships or your business, people that are working for you, you have to evaluate what is their capability, what they are good. You have to all the time highlight, or your friendship, what is this friendship doing for me, what is going on. So after evaluate that one, you need to record it. You have it in your mind, or you put it in a record, written record to assess. Then after that, documenting it, you have to look for the feedback. You compare it, their past behavior with the present behavior. You compare which one is better. In this performance review, it helps you to know who is good and who is bad in your company or in your personal life. Then you get your feedback. By getting this feedback, it will help you to do some certain adjustments in your life or in your business, in your organization. Then why is performance review or assessment necessary? I'm going to measure 2 points, right? Number one, why performance review or assessment is necessary. Yeah, one, performance review are used to reinforce company expectation and the standard, and provide a verifiable record and a fair and accountable means of determining what training and development employee needed, who is ready to promotion and for salary increasement, and who is not. Yeah, this basically means that who is prepared. This performance review help to know your staff's capability and ability, and who is ready for the progressivity of this company or organization or friendship, you know. Then point number 2, review looks back and progress and achievements over the past years, and help prepare staff's development or planning for the next month, 12 months. Yeah, let's say this point number 2, when you try to make this performance review, it will help people to determine, so you're able to see the outcome of their determination, yeah, and what you have to achieve in these 12 months in their performance. Then I'm going to talk why people or manager or leaders or supervisor do not like making a performance review or performance assessment of his staff. The reason being that why I'm going to measure 8 points why people don't like to make assessments, like the supervisor, manager, government official, or auditor. They don't like to make review of their subordinates, because one, it takes too long to write this auditing or performance review. That is number 1. Then number 2, are difficult to write. It's very difficult to write. Then number 3, it's giving bad news about others, because sometimes when you give bad news about other performance, then it will result to anger. Then number 4, do not have any effects. You know, sometimes if you do the performance review, action will not take, and it's sometimes not even having any effect. It only bring bad image to you as the leader. You know, so point number 6, this is basically for the employee. Never get one itself late or random. Yeah. Then number 7, it is just a tick box which has no details, because sometimes they do this performance review, like your staff thinks, oh, I'm going to get position at the end of the day, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. So at the end of the day, it's build the memory of the staff that he is going to achieve these things, right? But at the end of the day, sometimes it might be you not get anything out of that one with the hope. Then point number 2 is just a popularity contest. You know, because whenever all the staffs know that they have a performance review, everyone might do their own best with the expectation. It starts bringing query amongst the staffs. Everyone wants to be the very best, and it will sometimes bring hatredness if there is no teamwork. Yeah, so that is point number 8. Then point number 9, there is no guidance, right? There is no guidance. So everybody will do his very best, or bad way, or politics inside politics, you know. Yeah. Then point number 10, there is no link to promotion or pay, you know. Then I'm going to talk about you as a manager or a leader. Before making performance review, what you need to understand, you as a leader or a manager or a superior over your inferior, what you need to understand before you make this performance review or performance assessment. Yeah, first of all, I'm going to talk about 8 points. Point number 1, on understanding the appraisal system. Make sure that you know how the system works and what is expected of you, right? You have to understand how this system is working in this organization or this business, you know, so you have to understand that one. So they expect you to know that, you as a leader or a manager. Then point number 2, knowing your team. You have to try to know them. Is the better you know the individual in your team, the fairer and the most accurate you appraise them, we will be the best. So you have to, every little thing that your team do, you have to praise them. So by praising them, they will know that they do something. So you will keep record. You keep recording that one. Then point number 3, you have to know your employee job description. Make sure that you appraise them the right way. right? So every individual, whichever areas they are working in, any departments, sales, finance, administration, every area, you have to understand which job they are doing, and every job they are doing, you praise them, you know. Then point number 4, you have to keep record. The more details and example you have of an employee performance, the more details and easier to write your appraise will be, you know. So the more you keep on praising, the more you have record, the more you're able to assess that at the end of the year, you know. Yeah. Then point number 5, completing the appraisal form. All plenty of time for this schedule, you know. So it takes time, so you have to, every step in this form, you have to praise them. And when you have all this form in details, every work they do, you praise them, so it will be easy for you to make your judgments in near future. Then point number 6, you have to schedule the performance review. Allow an average of 14 days. You know, so when you are doing performance review, you have to tell them. So you put a specific time, that this time I'm going to do performance review. So everybody will schedule for that time. You understand? You know. So then point number 7, you have to issue a staff guidance. Is there a guide to help your staff understand what the review is about and how it's been worked, you know? So in other way, you have to explain to them, because let it don't be like a competition among them, or it's redness among themselves. So you have to explain to them, this is the reason I want you guys to do your best. So this is what you, as a leader, as a manager, superior, or government official, you should know how you can deal with your team in other ways, like a politics. As Plato said, all human beings are political animal, you know. So you have to play politics, you know. Then point number 8, right? Point number 8, write out a appraisal agenda. Appraisal agenda means that how we are going to praise them, then, and stick it. This help you structure and control the appraisal. Ensure you do not miss anything out, and ensure that they carry out the same type of appraisal form for everyone, you know. So this is the form that, oh, this person do this, your commitment, your fairness, your trustworthy. So you should do the same to everybody in a fair way. So everybody should know what is in the form, and they will work towards that same agenda, you know. Then I'm going to talk about doing your performance review as a leader, or a supervisor, or government official. Doing your performance assessments of your staff, your team. I'm going to talk about 9 points, what you should know. Number 1, you as a leader, you have to allow time and privacy of your staff. Then number 2, you have to set a sim for them. Then point number 3, you have to be professional in dealing with this with your staffs, you know, because you are the supervisor, or you are the manager. You have to be professional. You don't have to be like, this my friends, let me take this one higher than this other one. No, you know. Then point number 4, explain to them the process. How are you going to evaluate them? What are they to cover? What are their duty or responsibility? You have to explain to them. Then point number 6, you have to start on a positive note, right? Then point number 7, focus on their performance. Yeah, how we can focus on their performance. Number 1, let's say tax manage, how they manage their tax, their objective met, then their results in obtaining, then handling of incidents or any circumstances or any area, how they handle their situation. Then their personal development, how are they personally developed, you know. So that's the way you assess them in their focus on performance. Then point number 8, you discuss You discuss with them and evaluate and rate them, you know. Then point number nine, you have to listen to your staffs, their own points, their own view. Then I'm going to talk about area to cover in assessment, in assessing this performance. Which are the areas you need to assess? Which area? I'm going to talk about 10 points, where you should assess them. 1, the quality of their work. Then number 2, the quantity of their work. Then number 3, the knowledge and the expertise. Then number 4, their performance, their professionalism. How are they professional in their areas of responsibility? Then professional and personal. You have to check their professional and personal development. Then their teamwork. That is point number 6, their teamwork. How are they teaming up to each other? Then their communication. Are they polite and how they are communicating with their staff? Are they effective in what they are doing? You know, inter relationship. Then number 8 is their attitude. How are they responding to situation? You know. Then point number 9 is their personal turnout to each other. Then point number 10 is their timekeeping. Timekeeping is the punctuation. How are they punctual in their job? How are they consistent in their job? You know. So to conceptualize all this one, performance review, it helps to judge whether people are progressing or they are not progressing, or if they are in good time with your project or they are not good time with your project. In my next topic, I'm going to talk also about the performance, good performance, and what are you expecting of. So I stop here.